Neeceelexy, unleash the power of your creativity. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Neeceelexy Live as we go virtually from around the world to bring you the best of the talents, business owners, creative directors, as well as artists. And today we have with us here joining us Adam Paul, who is known as Director Adam. He's an entrepreneur, founder of the Adams Creations Studio based in Kampala, Uganda, and also the AC Marketing Agency. He is best known for his graphic design work and some of his video editing service that he offers here in Kampala. And today we're super thrilled to have him here on Neeceelexy for the first time. And for those who are watching me from Canada or from around the globe, welcome, and you get to know about him today. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm awesome, thank you. So first of all, Adam, take us back. How did you get started with all being a director and getting into graphic design? Just walk us through the journey of how you got here.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not gonna lie. It's not like a journey that I planned in the beginning, right? It's something that I kind of catch up in the process. It's kind of like a passion that I started to like when I was in the university. I was doing software engineering in the university. I wasn't really doing all this, but there's those side courses they give you in the university where you have to be a software engineer. You have to know also how to design stuff, right? Yeah. So then I fall in love with designs, and then with creativity and all that kind of stuff. That's how I become a graphic designer and a video director.
Awesome. So a little bit of software engineering, that's really very valuable.
Yeah.
One of the things that we know, even just like in Canada itself, like the industry that is like ranked as like a high paid salaries and things like that, is always has to focus with like IT, marketing, and tech. And I feel like you're already in the right path because we are kind of already accelerating and embracing that industry in itself. So tell us more about your business, because you are a business owner, the founder of the Adams Creations Studio. So tell us more about this. How did you get started, and what was the inspiration behind it?
I gotta say, mostly Adams Creation is something that just started after I fall in love with designs. So I kind of put everything behind that. So I call it Adam Studio. It's not because it's a studio. Most people mistake it for a recording studio. It's not. It's not a. It's not a recording studio, but it's like a company where everything is in, right? It has video productions. It has digital marketing. It has graphic designs and everything else. That's why I call it a studio to combine everything together. Yeah. So back in Africa mostly, let me just say in South Sudan, we don't have this kind of stuff going on. We tend to look for other foreigners to do the work for us. This kind of work mostly, especially our business is for advertisement now, especially digital marketing. Most of us in South Sudan, people don't really know about that. You know, all you know is that you open a business. You put a signpost there. Anyone who passes will know that's your business. So online, yeah. So people only expect people who pass by your business to know this is a business. Okay, what does it do? Then people will come to you. People don't really know about getting a presence online, to get your presence of a business online, because this is the most important thing right now.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have an online presence, if you don't show your business online, it's kind of like not everybody's going to know you, because everybody's is glued to the phone.
Yeah.
Even those people who are driving cars, they're also on the phone. They're just looking on their phone. So if you're not on the phone, no one is going to look outside. So this guy is doing that. No. So I feel like I can help in that situation. Like I can help with helping businesses through graphic design, because they need to brand themselves, and then through digital marketing also they need to also market themselves online. So I feel like I can help how people get into those kind of stuff. So right now, it's still like
Mhm.
they're not really into it. They don't really trust it. So unless we keep doing more, that's when they will get to know. Okay, this is actually really something that works. They're not really a fan of creating ads. They
Yeah.
think it's a waste of money. Social Facebook ads, Instagram ads, they're like, nah, I can't get people to come to my business. Why do I need to spend money on that?
Yeah.
So I feel like I can help. I can help them understand that this world we're in right now is the online kind of world. You
Yeah.
have to be online for your business to actually prosper. So Adam's question is based on that. Mostly is to help also the businesses, the artists, because my primary work was graphic design, right?
Hmm.
Then I started to become that I was like, oh, why not? Let me also do video production. Then I started to also direct videos. I'm now doing music video directing for
Hmm.
most of our artists. I work for people like John Frog,
Hmm.
Amrel Jab. If you know those people, I also one of the big artists is in
Hmm.
Juba. I feel like I can help more artists, more businesses
Yeah,
come
that
to life. Yeah,
indeed. I actually like the fact that you stress the importance of like moving digitally, even like in Canada itself, when during the pandemic, a lot of local stores that were kind of just relying on local traffic, on people actually knowing them word of mouth, they were forced to
true,
shut down. And for them to be able to start doing curbside pickup on those information and update of us how their business is operating during those difficult times, a lot of them has to transition into digital world because they have to start running ads. They have to start be present on
true.
Google, doing Google
Mhm,
ads for my business and all of those stuff. So I love the fact that you mentioned those aspects of like growing your business, because the shift and the demand of online work is so massive, and it's just
mhm.
a matter of time for South Sudan to catch up to it, because this is going to be like the
True,
game
true.
changer. Even TV ads is no longer relevant. It's mostly just the
Yeah, true.
thing. Yeah.
Mm.
I love how you guys are going about this. And I myself eat, sleep, breathe digital marketing. So
Yeah, I've seen something about that. I was like, yeah, she knows she knows about it too. So it's kind of nice when you meet someone who knows exactly what you do,
yeah.
because it's hard to explain to people who don't really know what digital marketing is.
For real, for real.
Mm,
We're
mm.
gonna help them get there for sure.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we,
And
we get we get that.
I wanted to ask you, obviously, growing up, being a business owner and trying to tap into an industry where a lot of people don't understand you, or they still just kind of,
Mm,
because digital marketing is new in itself. So,
mm.
what would you say is one of your most memorable moment where you looked at your work or you looked at your business and you're like, wow, I can actually do this. This is so amazing.
Yeah, yeah. This is a nice question because you see, I would say 2 years ago, I didn't know I would make any living out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I was just some guy who was living with his parents, just doing photo designs and stuff. All I wanted to do first is like to have nice pictures to impress my friends and all that. Then then later on, I was like, wow, I can actually do this. I can do it as a business. I can actually make money out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Then I start branding myself. That's where Adam's question start to come in. I have to think of a name, right? Because it is creating things, so it makes sense to make it creations and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's when I start to brand myself. It was hard at first, like
Mm-hmm.
especially the first year. It wasn't really a business. You could say I could actually move out. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it wasn't like that. But then the second year, I start to get contracts from a lot of different companies. People start to notice me.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was like, oh wow, really? Did I just create something out of blue? Like I don't really need to go to look for a job or something. This is what I could actually do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
That's when I start to realize this is things we don't realize. We don't realize things are valuable until we actually do them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you start to look back now. You start, okay, thank God I started something like this. If I did not do graphic design, I don't think I would be even talking to you right. Graphic design I don't know. I would even meet people like you right now. You understand? There's a lot of people that I met that I was like, if I didn't do this, I couldn't meet this type of people. You know?
Yes, it's I
So
love
it's
I
crazy.
love the quote that you mentioned that, it's like you don't know how valuable it is until you start it. It's just like do it,
Yeah, yeah. True,
figure it out. I
true.
love that.
Yeah, for sure. Because now I would say for all the young people we have in South Sudan, they tend to not to believe in things unless someone does it and then they show them how they did it. And but still also they still they will not believe you because
Mm-hmm.
I'm still having issue with this master class that I'm running.
Yeah.
People were like, I cannot really learn graphic design in 2 weeks. I was like, bro, I've been there. I know what I'm talking about. I was like, bro, this seemed kind of hard. I was like, yeah, when you haven't started yet.
Yeah.
If you did not start, it's hard because looking at it look hard. But start it. The first day when I introduce you to the software and everything, you will start to realize that this is actually easy. All it needs is focus. All it needs is focus, and you have to be consistent about it. Because
That's
people start thinking, then and people start thinking, and then leave them before they even get to where they would be proud of themselves. Right? When it gets hard, people just leave like that. And graphic design is one of those things where if you're not passionate about it, don't do it. It's
yeah.
very stressful. It's very stressful, especially when you start to work with clients who really don't know what they want, right?
Did you
When
realize though, like your hardest client is your best teacher?
exactly. Because those clients will teach you, but then they will stress you out. Now it's up to you to how to handle that.
Yeah.
Handling them will either teach you or will just blow up your whole business. Because if you're a short tempered kind of person, you can't do this kind of job. I'm telling you. Yeah, because you will just always just get mad for someone telling you, I don't like this, do this, and then you do that. I know I don't like that, do this and that, like that. Because when you are the one designing, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You already have a picture in your mind that you want to bring out.
Mm-hmm.
That person doesn't have any picture. He just want to see what you did. Then he kind of put his ideas into it again. He never had any ideas.
Yeah.
Now, for them, they will start to have a lot of ideas when they now see your idea. They will like, okay, we can do this. We can increase what, or fund what, all that stuff. Now, the whole thing become messy. The picture you had in your head is completely gone.
Yeah,
So,
that is so true.
so graphic design is crazy. I would like, I appreciate it. I appreciate it most because I didn't know I would actually live anywhere in the world. First, I didn't have this, I don't know this idea. And I don't think I'm the only one. Most of South Sudanese don't have, in Western world, like you guys there are really working hard to get out of the red race, or they call it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The red race of working a 9 to 5 job till the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
In this side of the world, people don't think that's the thing. They think that's the way of life. You go to school, you graduate, you go look for a job, then you stay stuck there for the rest of your life. Unless you're a politician who's corrupt, that's the only way you're gonna make it. But if you're not a politician and you're not corrupt, you're gonna get that small money that only fit for your family. You can never get out of there.
Wow.
So that's why I had to realize that okay, this graphic design could actually take me places. Then I was like, okay, this video production is actually kind of cool. Then I started digital marketing. I was like, this is even more cooler.
Yeah.
So businesses start to pick up going together like that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's when I realized this is something that I could do for the rest of my life because I can work anywhere I want. I
Yeah.
could live anywhere I want. And
Working from
nothing is
home
holding
is
me
a
back.
beauty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like working from home, having office anywhere in the world is a beauty.
Exactly. You could even work and watch Netflix. Nothing. Like there's no boss bossing you around. Why didn't you put these papers? What all that stuff? Like people don't really know. People don't understand
Peace
how
of
cool
mind.
this is. People don't understand how cool this is. This freedom is something you can never trade for anything.
I love the fact that you actually mentioning it to me because I've been trying to explain this to my friend for the longest time. I've been in the marketing industry for almost like 5 years. And initially, prior to
I could
that,
actually learn something from you. You've been there longer than me.
That's why, like me just listening to you, I'm like, wow, it's like I'm relating to your story so much.
Yeah,
The fact
yeah,
that you
yeah.
can't explain what the industry is, and you also have to
Mm,
like it started from graphic design. So initially, I started
mm,
by also doing graphic design. So I was just kind of putting pictures together, and a lot of the events that like when we bring artists from Nigeria and things like that. So I would create those
mm.
flyers, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
as I mentioned, your hardest teacher, it is your greatest
So,
was
so,
your
so you
hardest
kind of know how hard
project.
it is to be a designer.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, Neecee, we don't like this. Change this." Da, 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 da. And then you at 2 a.m.
So
they
pain-
call you. You're like, "I want to sleep. What is this?"
Yeah, it's so painful. So
But I
people
learned
call you
so
midnight.
much. Huh?
People call you midnight to talk about stuff they don't want. They don't really know. The changes they might not even they are not even serious about because they were like, I want to change. I want to change this, but they again you after you change it, they start to have a second thought. Ah, you do this like
Yeah.
this, do it like this. It's better
Yep.
you just tell someone you come and do it. When you're short tempered, you be like, bro, you come and do it. You see, you will find out what I'm talking about.
Now
So
what
it's
I
crazy, yeah.
what I do is I give them two versions of like version A of
Mm,
what I think it should be and version B of
mm.
what they think, and I'm like, okay, pick
That,
one, and then let's modify
that
that.
that's better. That's better like that.
Yeah, but it's
That's
really
the only way.
cool.
Hmm?
I said is graphic design is amazing. It kind of takes your mind and your creativity in another zone that nobody understands it. And even for me, like
Mm,
when I'm watching music videos or like any art ads on Billboard, I'm always thinking of okay, what was that person thinking? And when it comes
yeah.
to like music videos, I'm thinking of the editing, the color corrections and all that stuff. I'm not really watching the video. So people's like,
Mm.
okay, your mind is in a different planet.
Yeah, yeah. Because you see creators, crazy like us,
Yeah.
we are not watching the end result. We are watching how it was made.
Yeah.
We notice every single details that people don't understand about. Like if something is if there's a design,
Mhm.
all I'm looking at is not that the design. I'm looking about how this person made it and the mistakes they did, all the good things they did on that design. You understand? A lot
Yeah,
of people don't see those images. They don't see it.
that's
They
for
just
sure.
see that is out is out. That's what they look at.
Yeah.
And I would advise anyone who want to start anything from this creative industry.
Mhm.
Graphic design is a powerful thing to start with because that thing teach you graphic design teach you a lot of things. It teach you also critical thinking.
For sure, for sure. So,
Yeah.
speaking of graphic design and the masterclass that you're doing, so when is it and where is it and how can people tap in?
Oh yeah, this is mostly for people who are not we are not for people who are not in the same country as me. It's kind of
Mhm.
like an online thing. We
Mhm.
can do it on Zoom where I share my screen with them and then they can have their laptop and I have mine and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But for people who are with me, who are in Uganda, especially those who are in Uganda, is good for them because it's going to be one on one.
Mhm.
I give them different kind of times, right? They come with the different kind of times, and
Mhm.
I give them different time where I only meet one person, then I teach them exactly. Because when there's a lot of people, there's tend to be some kind of confusion.
Mhm.
But
Oh.
teaching someone one on one, they get to understand it quickly. So I already have some few students where it's completely anywhere because some people have work to do. So if you have work to do, I made it easy because I'm
Mhm.
like mobile kind of person, right? I'm
Mhm.
everywhere. I can't even come to you and teach you where you are in your workplace, and I get out for how 2 hours and then
Yeah.
done. Tomorrow we pick it up where we left it. So it's like that. I don't have like one place is where the person is, but I have that place for people who don't have place
Mhm.
of their own.
I love
I
that. It's
have some,
customizable
yeah.
for everybody. Yeah.
Mm. So I have some kind of institution that
Mhm.
give me their give me a class where if I have some student that I need to teach, because that institution I also help them with graphic design, so they can that's their way of paying me back.
You should join
So
our some of our classes because I do sometimes teach at the college. So
mm,
maybe I can request to have you kind of come as a guest teacher or something. Yeah, that would be cool.
no, yeah, no problem. You teach it. What are you teaching? What do you guys
I
teach?
teach digital marketing. So
Mm,
basically any aspect of like the Google, the Facebook, the
mm,
social media,
mm,
and focusing
mm,
on SEO. So most of how to basically make your presence online, whether it's in a
Yeah.
search engine or in the
Mm.
social.
Yeah. True. True.
That's really that's
Yeah.
actually amazing that you're doing that.
That would be kind of cool.
I will share the flyer
That,
on the network for you.
yeah. No problem. Thank you. I will appreciate that. So that's basically how it works. Like it's not really a hard thing to do if someone is really serious about getting what they want to know, graphic design, but within a short period of time, with a small amount as possible. 2 weeks. That 2 week masterclass is very powerful. That people really need to understand, because you can just say, okay, I want to learn. Let's just do it. You have your phone with you and your laptop. We can literally do it anywhere you are. Because it's really hard. It's really hard to do it, to go online roaming, searching for videos to teach yourself, because you will not now know the trick and everything you need to know to actually start this industry soon. I would say if someone gave me this kind of masterclass when I first started graphic design, I would have started graphic design as a business like 5 years ago. I had the whole year online looking for better videos and tutorials on what to do or how to do this and all that, because I have the course I just put together. It's something I would have wanted someone to put together when I first started.
Yeah,
because it's literally everything you need to know to be a graphic designer within 2 weeks.
awesome.
To be professional, that's now on you. After that, to be professional, because to be professional, it's practice. It takes practice to be professional. But you have to know the basics. Knowing the basics is the most important thing. After that, you can now, master your craft by just being there consistent.
Yeah, and are you also doing video editing classes?
Yeah, there's also video editing classes. Especially, I'm teaching Premiere Pro and After Effects.
Okay.
Mostly motion graphics. For After Effects, motion graphics. Most those advertisements for someone to actually do videos advertisement for people. Especially if there's a show or an event or you're just promoting a business. Yeah, you could do for After Effects with motion graphics. For Premiere Pro, it's mostly editing. It's mostly editing. You could literally edit any video.
Yeah, I actually love the After Effects because it just kind of takes any basic video into like the next level. So those
True.
That's amazing.
After Effects is amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing too.
It's a game changer for real.
Yeah, for sure. Because you would not know how it just change things to the way you would not expect them. Especially doing this motion graphic was hard at first when I didn't know anything about After Effects like 2 years ago. Because I didn't know anything about After Effects. First, I thought After Effects looked too kind of hard. But then when I started, I was like, this is not that hard. This is not that hard. Now I kind of doing motion graphics, especially video lyrics. The video lyrics I do for most of the artists is hard on Premiere Pro.
Yeah.
But in After Effects, you kind of manipulate text in the way that you would not even know possible.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So I have one question to you: is if there is a young person that's watching you today in this video wanted to be inspired to get either into becoming a business owner or get into the editing or graphic design, what personal advice do you have for them that they can take with a grain of salt and actually make sure that they do it? And then the second part of that question is, what other struggle that have you faced and then you were able to bypass it and actually overcome it? Two-part question.
I would say for anyone who want to start graphic design, first, wait, let me put this on the charger. And I would advise anyone who want to start graphic design to just start, to just really start, because you will not know, like I said earlier, you will not know how valuable something is until you actually start, right? So the advice is be consistent about it, be passionate about it. Sometimes you don't love something, but if you let yourself, if you give yourself a chance to actually, love that thing, you will get to love it, because you just like, it's like it's like forming a habit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like forming a habit. If you have bad habits, for you to have good habits, you have to actually work hard to actually have those good habits. Like it's hard to have good habits. Bad habits are easier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for people, graphic design, for people who don't like hard things, it will be hard for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's of course it's beautiful, it's creativity and all that kind of stuff. But if you're not that person who is consistent, who is down to learn, it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be hard for you. So I would say if you want to start graphic design or you want to come into this industry of digital marketing and all that kind of stuff, love what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Loving what you do is the only way that is going to make it easier for you to actually do amazing things.
That's for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
And then the second part of that question, where like,
Mm.
what other struggle have you faced just kind of building your business or getting into the industry, but you were able to overcome it?
Oh yeah, the kind of struggle that that I kind of face is actually promoting myself,
Mm-hmm.
getting to be noticed. Because when you are not noticed, it's like what you're doing is a waste of time, right? It's like what are you, sometimes you start to question yourself, why am I doing this? What am I doing this for?
Mm-hmm.
But when you get to be noticed, when people start to appreciate the things you do for them and the things you do for their businesses and their brand, that's when it becomes so much. It gives you so much value, and it give you it fuel you. It give you a fuel to move forward, to
Mm-hmm.
do even more greater things. So the challenge is people talking about how bad your work is. Because at first that's what people are going to say.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is not, it's not really that good.
Mm-hmm.
That's some guy I know and all that kind of stuff. People will start to talk online. And those people are the people who can't do something themselves. And then they will be like, they don't think you can do it because they think they can't do it. Like
Oh.
something that stops someone will think they also stop somebody. Like if I see something is hard, I'll start to think that person is wasting his time. Why is he doing it?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So those things will stop. If you're someone who listen to people talking about you, you will not make it. You will definitely stop immediately and go with the flow. Because I would like I usually mention South Sudan, because in South Sudan we are not yet anywhere. We are not
Mm-hmm.
yet anywhere. We are starting. We are just starting. We keep starting over because we don't really have that time as youth to build ourselves, because that's this wars and this stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So people are not really into this kind of stuff. People are just going with the flow of, okay, if I finish school, I go look for a job.
Mm-hmm.
And that job, you only gonna get it if you have some connections,
Mm-hmm.
especially in South Sudan right now. You can't say after I graduate, if you don't have connections or someone bigger in the government or anything like that, you're not gonna get the job you want.
Wow.
So the advice I would give someone like this, these are the type of things that will not hold you back. You will not need connections. All you need is skills and a time to put on it.
For real.
So those things, mostly the what hold people back mostly is the challenges, especially in this part of Africa. It's hard to get resources to
Mhm.
start with. It's even harder for someone in South Sudan to do digital marketing right now because the internet there is trash. I didn't, I didn't mean to say the internet there. They made it harder for anyone to actually learn anything because they made it expensive and slow.
Wow.
One of the hardest resources to get in South Sudan is internet.
Wow. So what are they doing about it? Like those MTN and all these
The
servers.
MTN are the one making it worse because MTN making it so expensive for young youth to actually to use internet to learn their craft and stuff like that. Because youth
Mhm.
who don't have jobs, they can't really afford that internet of downloading something with 5 GB, 10 GB and stuff like that. Those kind of files.
Mhm.
It's really hard in South Sudan like that. So that's one of the thing that will hold people back. And then again, people, mostly those people who want to, who have resources, they don't think they need to learn skills because they think we already have resources. I already have the money. My father has money. I can buy literally anything I want. So they will not really learn anything because they think they have everything. But your father's money is not your money. Something that South Sudanese youth don't really understand. You know, yeah. For you guys there, the culture, the Western culture actually taught you guys a very nice lesson. You need to work.
Yeah.
Easy as that. Doesn't matter if your parents have money, you work.
Because there's
Especially
owning something that like under your name. You can't just be relying on somebody else's fortune. It's not really yours.
True.
You have to create it on your own.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. It's a lesson also we need to learn this side because we are so entitled. People in Africa are so entitled. Like they think I deserve this. I could just get this without working for it.
Wow.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
But back,
I said it's a pretty
back
hard.
in the day when I started graphic design, like that's all my friend would talk about. Let's go play football. Bro, I have something. Why are you always on a computer? Like I'm some kind of nerd, you know? Like right now, if I had to talk to those of my friends who always tell me to go play football, let's go do this and stuff. Our difference is that they are really looking for a job. They are really trying hard to look for a job.
Yeah.
Me, I can really live anywhere I want.
Yeah.
I just need an internet connection and my laptop.
Yeah.
I can go in Nairobi, I can go in Juba, I can go in Kampala, anywhere I want. I just live there. And now they start to realize that the time we had as youth, when you're in your 20s, that's the time that you will now spoil your life or make it perfect. On your 20s.
Yeah.
That's the time. It's not the time to party. The time to party is not on your 20s. And I'm not saying you don't have fun, but I'm saying have at least a plan B. Because partying, when you will party until you're 30, now you start realizing, now I'm 30 now. Let me just get a wife. After getting a wife, now you have a wife and let me look for a job. You now have a low-ass job that's only paying for whatever you guys are eating at home.
Yeah.
Now all of you will just start to be, now the whole family is poor.
Mm-hmm.
Your kid is going to start to hustle just like you, just like where you did, because you did not build any foundation for it.
Yeah.
You do not build any business. You do not build any asset. You don't have anything. Everything is a liability. Like you're just there trying to survive. You get the money. They don't even reach the month. You eat them before the 2 weeks time, and then you start to borrow. And then I'm telling you that
you're in debt before getting in debt.
That situation of itself can actually motivate this young youth to work for something bigger than that.
Yeah. For me, I just personally say, like, if you're going to be going to the club every Saturday night and celebrating, what are you celebrating?
What are you really celebrating?
Promotion? Have you developed new skill? Like, what is the cost of that celebration of turning up in the club every weekend?
Yeah.
So
it's good to refresh, yeah? It's good to refresh, but refresh for something.
Yeah.
For doing something. Yeah. You were doing nothing for the whole week. What are you refreshing on Saturday? Okay, let's say you've been doing some work the whole week, you've been winning, you've been making some money. On the weekend, it's okay. You go, this is the fruit. This is the fruit of my hard work and stuff. Let me just enjoy. I would appreciate that. I would support you. But doing nothing the whole week, just scrolling on TikTok, and then on Saturday, we're like, I can't wait for the weekend. Which weekend? You have the weekend. The week is a weekend. What weekend are you talking about? Weekend is for people who work their ass off on weekdays. No?
There's this quote that I read online. It says, if you're looking forward to Friday every day, then you're not having an exciting life, because what have you been doing all week that you're looking forward to Friday?
Yeah.
For sure. So before we start, I know we have a few minutes left. I just wanted to get our viewers to know where they can find you, your social media handle, and how they can go about connecting with you afterwards.
Oh yeah, yeah. On Instagram, I have to. You can find me with the Adams Creation Studio. That's the company,
Mhm.
and my personal IG is Director Adams. And on Facebook the same, the Adams Creation Studio, and then a Director Adams, also like that. And everything about me is there. Even my WhatsApp number, everything is on all those platforms. All of them. So that's how people could find me there. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Adam, director. It was a pleasure talking to you. And I feel like out of this meeting, a lot of people are going to get a lot of valuable insight information, even just like a personal advice. And maybe for some of our friends who are partying too much, they can look into this conversation and be like, okay, you know what? I want to do something valuable with my life. So I'm actually glad that we got a lot of things out of this interview. And for those who wanted to learn about graphic design, digital marketing, you can go to Adam's Creations on Instagram, Adam Creation Studio, and find all the detail about it. And I'm also going to be posting all his link in the description below so that you guys can also connect with him and learn a lot of the skills that we talked about it here in this meeting. Once again, thank you, Adam, so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, Neecee.
You're welcome. Have a great one. Take care.
And nice meeting you. Yeah, bye. Thank you.
Never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic. Got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play out